Hi all, if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Amira, and today guys, I am going to be showing you sort of what my current summer makeup routine is. It's pretty simple. It's all about complexion and like glow and, you know, pretty skin. Let's get into it. All right guys, so elephant in the room. Yes, I have changed my hair. Isn't she cute? I've gone back to my roots. This is actually the color my hair was when I was a little girl. And it's just gotten progressively darker as I've gotten older. And I just want to go back. I want to go back to being a ginger. So I did. And I love it. It's super cute. My stylist did a really great job. I just had a nap. So I just was like, I'm just kind of like fluffing it back up because it was kind of smushed on one side. All right. So let's get into the makeup. I have prepped my skin already. I've been out already, so I had sunscreen on and I did my brows while I ran out because I tend to just do my brows. If I'm not going to do anything else, I'll at least do my brows. So that's done. So the only thing left to do now is all the other stuff like the complexion stuff. So, all right, so I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Sorry, when the camera blew my nose. I have my fan on, so if you hear any noise in the background, that's what that is. It's not like super hot, but it's just kind of like, you know when it's not hot, but it's just a little humid, you just need a little fresh air. That's what I'm dealing with right now. So I have my fan on, so if you hear any noise, that's what that is. I apologize, but your girl has to live. All right, so let's start off with base, and what we're going to be using for base are my Salt New York products. This is what basically I've been using every single day. You will be able to tell. So usually I'm always using the Best Case Concealer. You can see the dent. This is the thing I use every day no matter what other base I use. But recently what I've been doing is also dipping back into the Sneaky Balm Skin Tint. So this is Sneaky Balm number 8 in the Best Case Concealer and the Sneaky Balm, and then number 7 in the concealer and the Sneaky Balm, and I have both. Number 7 is actually a little bit it's so a half shade deeper. So number 8 is actually more of like my perfect match. But if I were a little bit tan or to go over my forehead, then I kind of dip into this one. But we're going to just be using number 8 today. So I'm going to grab the brush that I've been using, which is, I've been using a BK, just dipping into the Sneaky Balm and number 8. So yeah, so like my skin is prepped. I have my sunscreen on and everything, which is what I would normally do anyway. And I am applying my Sneaky Balm, and as you can see, and I've done a review on this skin tint when it first came out, and I will try to remember to link it for you guys. But this is like my favorite thing to wear when I just want your skin but better, which is kind of what I'm going for. This is on, I don't want to say dewy because it's not really super dewy in my opinion. I was worried before I first tried this, I was worried that it was just not going to be for me because I had oily skin, and in the summer my skin tends to be more oily. For my forehead, I don't actually put any product on my forehead in the summer because I sweat a lot. So what I've learned is just I don't put product up there, and it kind of evens out, and you'll see what I mean once everything is on my face. So this is what I do. I usually just do all of the makeup from like here, the eyebrows down. But I was worried that this was going to be too dewy for my skin, and it's not. It's I definitely have to powder. I can't just go out with it on my skin. I probably could maybe in the dead of winter, but my skin is like normal to oily and tends to be on the oilier side in the summer. But my skin is still not super duper duper oily like it used to be. I think that's just because of like 2 main factors. I use tretinoin, which tends to, when you're on tretinoin, your skin tends to lean towards dry. My skin has not been dry. It's just kind of gone more normal. And also I'm getting older, and your skin tends to produce less oil as you get older, allegedly. I know people who are oily skin who are my age are like, that's not true. But allegedly, that's what happens, allegedly. And now I'm going in with the Sneaky Balm, I'm sorry, not the Sneaky Balm, the Best Case Concealer. And I'm applying that, and I'm using this brush, and this has been my favorite concealer brush that I've ever tried. And this is the Sigma. This is the Sigma Soft Angled Concealer at 72. I'm obsessed with this brush. Yeah. And I'll zoom you guys in so you can see. I mean, look how pretty my complexion looks. And it's just soft. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on. But it just kind of gives my skin a little something, you know. I mean, I love this brush. I believe this brush is on sale on, yeah, it is. When I looked at the post on Instagram, Sigma's having their semi-annual sale, and this brush along with the other brushes from this collection are all on sale. And this is the latest brush set that they came out with, and we were gifted it, kindly gifted it in New Orleans, and I've been using these brushes nonstop. I'm pretty picky about brushes. I'm just gonna, I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to brushes. I can't help it. I can't help it. But so when we got them, I was like, I don't know if I'm really using. So I was like, but you know what? I'm here. Let's try them. And I mean, I just have to give credit where credit is due, and those brushes are, they're chef's kiss. All right, so now I'm going to go into powder, because like I said, I do powder when I use this, and I usually use one of two things. I usually use, if I'm really worried about oil production, I use either my Danessa Myricks powder puff, and I go in and I really like push it into my skin, you know, really sink that powder into the areas that I want to make sure that don't get too oily or break up or anything like that. If I know for a fact that I'm going to be like sweaty or oil, you know, in my, or it's going to be super humid. If it's just like, I just want to make sure everything is set and I don't want anything to budge. Like today, I'm filming now, but I'm probably after this, I'm going to just run to the store. So I'm not really needing like a whole lot, you know. So I'm going to just use this brush, and this is the brush that I use when I'm just going for like that really light but precise powder placement, which is the Precision brush from the Sigma collection. And I take that and I tap it off, and I am using the Sigma Soft Focus Setting Powder. I swear this isn't like a Sigma sponsored video. It's not sponsored, but this is literally what I've been using every single day. So I'm just using those products. But yeah, they are having a sale though. I will let you know that. And if you use, I believe, yeah, my code stacks. So if you are interested in anything from it, everything is on sale, and you'll get an additional 10% off the sale price if you use my code. It is affiliated. But I'll put it in the description box, and I'll put it on the screen for you guys. It's pretty easy. It's my name. Doesn't, you know, pretty straightforward. So yeah, so this is how and I really am just going over. I don't set my under eyes. I never set my under eyes. I don't like the way my under eyes look set. I think it actually ages me. And for me, what I find is when I'm putting concealer on, and I'm just like literally lightly dusting it, but I like that I can get like around my smile line, you know, like my little, you know, smile line, and just like here, because I am going to be placing powder product here, so I want to make sure that it blends out. And then I do a little bit along the sides here, because I'm going to be putting powder product there, and that's literally all I'm doing. And I'm actually going to go back in with another cream, but this layers well with cream. So all I'm doing, done. As you can see, that was not a lot of powder. I only dipped in, I think, once, and then I tapped my brush up, and then I dipped into the lid remnants. So that's literally all the powder that I'm using. And as you can see, it's powdered, but it's not, it hasn't taken away, like my skin doesn't look flat, which is what I'm going for. Like I don't like that flat powder look. Oh, okay. I don't love that flat powder look. So that's enough powder for me. And now we are going to move on to bronzer. And the bronzer that I have been using, I mean, and all these products are in my summer capsule, and I'm just really wanting to show you guys how I've been doing my makeup with those items. So next up is my NYX Buttermelt Bronzer, and I have it in the shade Butter Biscuit, and I am using the Soft Sculpt from Sigma. This is my go-to powder bronzer brush. I'm obsessed with it. And this picks up a lot of product, and the NYX bronzer is very pigmented, so I always tap it off, and then I'll go in with this. And this is one of the reasons why we powdered pretty extensively on the cheeks, is so I could apply my bronzer without it, you know, sticking to my skin. And I'm obsessed with this bronzer. And I am, like I've said in other videos, I am obsessed with rosy bronzers as of now. Like, I have discovered that they are the truth. They are life. They just do so much for my face. And the main issue that I tend to have, which I know a lot of people have with bronzers, is that they can turn your face orange. You know, they can make you look like a Oompa Loompa. So, as you see here, I didn't put any makeup on my forehead. Like, nothing. Got nothing. But as you can see, just adding that bronzer has brought everything together. And so my face doesn't look, you know, weird or mismatched. And if I wanted to, I could take it and bring the bronzer up a little high. I'm not really going to bother to do that now, because that's not something that I actually do on a daily basis. I really only do that when, you know, I'm trying to have like a full BB, you know. So I do take it around here just to sort of give some warmth. And that's literally all I do for that. And as you can see, it's just made everything come together. It's lovely. This is such a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. I can't, that's definitely going in my like list of favorite products that I've tried in 2024, like easily. Next up, we are going to be using the blush that I've been obsessed with since I got it. And I got it in June. I actually placed an order with Vital Surgeons in June for my birthday, and they were having a sale. And the sale started, and I went in like maybe an hour or two, maybe a hour or two later into the sale, like the website, and so much was sold out. So I wasn't able to get everything I wanted. But one of the things that I just on a whim decided to try, I had been sort of vacillating between this and another shade, and I was leaning towards that one. That one was sold out. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to get Evaporate. So this is Evaporate from Vital Surgeons. I'm going to dip in with my finger. This is very melty right now because it's actually pretty warm. And I'm just going to set this on my cheek. And I go in with my finger. And then I take a brush. And this is a BK 112. This is the angled one. Oh, such a good brush for these types of products. I love it for cream. I love it for cream. I love it when you want really specific placement of like a cream or a bronzer or even a highlighter. You can use this for. I tend to like it more for my cream blushes. And so I'm going to take that to this side. And I'm going to blend that out. Look how pretty this is. It's really soft. It's really natural and neutral looking. I'm going to take the excess, put it on my nose, bridge of my nose, as I do. Because yes, I am still one of those girlies who likes to put her blush on her nose. And I do not apologize for this. Okay? Okay. I'm putting a little bit more, and I've been bringing this up higher and around my eyelid. Like, I'll take a little bit and put it here. This is probably going to get covered up, but when I'm not doing any kind of eye makeup, I'm going to do a little bit today, just a little. If I don't, I usually take the blush and I do bring it into my lid and into, you know, and just blend all this together, because it just creates, and you can see here, it just creates this warmth to the face that is so nice, but it doesn't actually add a ton of like color, as far as like, you can't say, oh, she's got blush in her eye, you know, she's got blush in her eyelids. It just gives this beautiful flush to the skin. So that's done. Well, this is so soft right now. So it doesn't actually feel that warm in here, but it clearly is, because this blush is like so soft right now. So yeah, let me wipe my finger off. And now we are going to do eyes. And the eye thing I was going back and forth about, because I don't actually wear a lot of eye makeup in the dead of summer. I haven't been every single day. I'll do a little something, something, but I won't do a whole lot of something, something. But I'm going to show you what I've been doing since I got this particular product. So let me go ahead and prep my lid, because I still do this, even though I'm not putting a lot on. My eyelids need it. My eyelids are on the oilier side. They're not super oily, but if I don't do this, my lids will crease. Unless I'm using like a product like the About Face Beauty Fluid Eye Paints in the neutral tones. The color ones will crease on me, but the neutral ones don't. So I can often use those as like a base, or if I'm just using those on their own, they work fine. But we are not using those today. We are going to be using a traditional eyeshadow formula. So we are going to be using this. I know, I'm so excited. I've been using this quietly because I do plan on reviewing it for you guys, but you know how I do. I like to, with palettes, I like to take my time with them and use them before I sit down and give you my opinion on them, because I really don't see the point in first impressions sometimes with eyeshadow palettes. I mean, they have their place, but for me, as someone who watches beauty content and creates beauty content, I tend to like a more in-depth review when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. So that's what I tend to do. So with this palette, and I'll show you what it looks like because it is stunning. This is what it looks like. First of all, Cosmic Brushes has my favorite indie eyeshadow formula. Like, favorite. It is so stunning, and you can even see that I have been getting use out of this baby. And I haven't even had it that long. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing. And I've been bouncing between 3 of the metallics in this, and then 3 of the neutral shades, or 4 of the neutral, well, 3. And then when I'm trying to like zhuzh it up even more, then I'll go in with a 4th one. But we're gonna do what I normally do. So what I normally do is I go into Touch, which is this shade right here. And it's reading a little bit pink on camera, but it's actually like a perfect soft neutral tone. And I'm using a Refer 15, and I'm just putting this all over my lid. And as you can see, it's super, I mean, it's like barely there, but that's kind of the point. It's kind of what I want, because the way my eyes are set up is I like to put shimmer on, but when I do, because my lids are slightly hooded, what often happens is the reflect of the metallic or shimmer shade kind of almost makes my eye look flat, and I don't have a whole lot of dimension or shape to my eye when I just use a metallic or shimmer shade on its own. So I tend to like to go in with either just taking something like this and running it through the crease, or putting it all over and then going in with a metallic or a shimmer shadow. It works best for me. So I will say, if you have a similar, if you have slightly hooded eyes like I do, or if you have hooded eyes, sometimes just having something that gives having a shade that is close to your skin, but like a little bit deeper, or that you can build up. And as you can see, I'm building this up. So I've gone out with just this and been really happy, like with mascara and all that stuff. And this will be it. And I'm pretty happy with that. Today I'm gonna zhuzh it up a little bit and do a shimmer, a metallic on my lid for you guys, because you know I gotta do it for my peeps. But yeah, this is basically the base that I've been using. And then deciding on a metallic, I have been going between these 2 shades, which is the shade Glamorous, and then the shade Luna. And Luna looks really intense on camera, like it's because it's shifty, but on my eye it's like this really pretty, like pinky, like when I want to have some impact but I don't want to do a whole lot, this is the one that I use. And when I just want something really soft and pretty, I use Glamorous. So I think today we're going to use Glamorous, and I'll show you how I'm using my finger today, which is probably not the best because I have really long nails right now, but we're gonna make it work. Okay. All right. I mean, so stunning, so pretty. She is the moment. This shade is so pretty. I'm sorry, I'm blocking the camera here. Got a little bit of shimmer schmutz in my eye. Got that out. And there we go. And then if I wanted to, and I've done this, and actually I'll do it now, is I'll take a little bit of Luxe and I'll put it in the center like that, just to give a bit more visual interest. And it also lifts the eye up a little bit. Just gives it a little more. So that's done. Now we're going to do some mascara, and the mascara that I'm using is the mascara that I've been using. It is the e.l.f. Lash Extender, and I've been using it in the shade, it says on here brown, but again, on the website it's called deep brown, so that shade, the brown one. And apply that. And this is a tubing mascara. And I used to think I disliked tubing mascaras, and for the most part, I still do. But I like this one. I will say this one is the exception to the rule on that one for me. I just really like this one so much. I liked it in the black, which is when I first tried it when it first came out. And I like it in the brown. And the brown has really been great for me right now because I'm like trying to do super heavy makeup looks. The brown is just a more natural shade, and I like that I can build it up and get like some drama, but it's still not going to be too much, you know, because it's a brown. It's not this like heavy, dark, deep, rich black that's like, you know, overtaking the eye look. All right, I'm going to do the lower lash line off camera, and I'll be back. All right, guys, mascara is done, and now I'm going to do the final steps. Well, yeah, final steps. So next up is I do like to add a little bit of glow. So like I feel like my skin is pretty glowy naturally. As you can see, my skin looks really great. And honestly, I could leave it like this, and I have left it like this. But when I just want a little extra something, what I've been using is my Salt New York Radiant Cream in Warm Tan. Looks like this, and this is a cute little component that they recently came out with. So I like that it's like in a single, and I can just like grab it really quickly. Going in with a brush, I'm using my Unit 303. It is an angled brush. I like this brush. It works really well for cream products. I like it for cream bronzers, and I like it for like cream highlighters and things like that. I don't know if I'd use it for a cream blush because I feel like because it's so dense, it's going to pick up a lot because that's just a more pigmented product. So I just apply that, you know, where you apply your highlighter. So I'm applying it here. Super soft. What I like about this is that it's subtle, and that's usually what I'm going for because I don't want it to be too much. This is not a look where I'm trying to do like the most, you know. I'm just trying to do a little, not the least, but not the most, you know. So that's applied, and I'm all done. And as you can see, it just gives this really soft, it's not like bam in your face highlighter, but it's giving you, you know, just enough glow. But again, my skin, like the way my skin was looking is how I want my skin to look most days. And even without the highlighter, I still have like that nice, like, it looks like my skin is glowy and dewy, but my skin is not dewy. It's not dewy. It's not. All right, lips. One of you recommended this in the comments, and I can't remember who it was, and I was talking about, I think I was talking about the Cali Ray lip balm, SPF lip balm, and how I liked it, and I was having a hard time finding like lip balms with SPF that I liked. And these had come out, and I saw them, and then I kind of forgot about them, and then someone in my comments mentioned these to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try that. So I picked up the shade. What shade is this? It's your mauve in the e.l.f. Sun Boss Gloss Broad Spectrum 25. And I can't remember who it is. I'm going to have to go back and see if I can find your name. But whoever you were who recommended this to me, thank you, because I love it. This shade has just been my go-to. It's so pretty. It's got color, but it's not too much. It's got SPF. It does have a scent to it. It's very strong, kind of like coconutty smell. So if you don't like that, you might not like this one because it is very strong. It does smell strongly of coconut, but I don't mind that. It doesn't smell like sunscreen. Well, some people say coconut smells like sunscreen. I think they're using the coconut scent to cover up the sunscreen scent, which is fine by me. I'd rather smell that than smell like chemical, especially on the lips. And it doesn't taste like anything, and that is really, truly the most important thing. But what I like about this, and like I still really like the Cali Ray, but the Cali Ray is clear, and I always want something that I can put on that has some color to it. So now that this exists within the world, I mean, I'm gonna zoom you guys out so you can see the whole vibe. I mean, So yeah, so this is basically when I'm getting ready in the morning. And if I don't have time for the eyes, usually what I'll do, guys, is just use that matte shade by itself in here. Or sometimes I don't do anything and I'll just go into, you know, a little bit into my lid, over my lid with the blush that I like. Usually it's Evaporate. This is perfect for that kind of look. And that's all I'll do. And it's enough. So with my face like this, it usually lasts me all day. Even with the cream products on top, this lasts me all day. Yeah, so this is my everyday summer makeup. Um, I've really been enjoying doing my makeup lately. My routine has been scaled down quite a bit as far as just like how much product I'm using, how I'm using product, and that's really due to the season. I feel like, you know, makeup taste is very cyclical. And for me in the summer, this is like what I'm going for because your girl sweats, your girl's hot, your girl doesn't want a whole lot on her face. So yeah. Also, let me know in the comments. I am on the fence. I was talking to my hair stylist when we were doing my hair, and I was like, should I tint my eyebrows? And she was like, I don't know if you need to. And I was like, I don't know either. But when I was doing my brows this morning, I felt like they were still a little too dark for my hair. But now with all my makeup on, I think they look fine. So you guys saw me without makeup and now you see me with makeup. And I'm wondering, I'm going to ask you, do you think I should tint my brows? Now I do have a slightly lighter brow gel, but once it's on my brows, it kind of actually reads the color, which is why I have it, because once I have it on my brows, it kind of just reads the color of my brow. So it doesn't really lighten anything or change the shade, like the color of anything. So do I need to just like change my pencil? Or do, you know, my brow pencil, get a more auburn toned brow pencil, or should I just leave it as it is? You let me know in the comments. I'm open to suggestions and opinions as long as they're constructive and kind. But yes, yeah, this is the look, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, Sigma is having a semi-annual sale, so use my code to save a little cash for yourself if you'd like. Anything that I have put on my face is in the description box down below. Oh, I also have a promo code for salt. So if you're interested in any of the salt products, you can get 10% off if you use my code Amira for those products as well. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, please be sure to hit the like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.